Yes, yes, folks. How we doing? How we doing today? My name is Frank Corbin. I'm the broker of record of Remic Realty. Welcome to the Young and Rich podcast, where we're discussing real estate, mortgage, credit, and spousal behaviors. Are we there? There. That's it. Spousal behaviors. It's very important. Your spousal financial habits is so important that we'll be discussing some of those things over the course of the weeks. Summer's done. We're back now. It's fall. Time to fall back and start investing. Start to put finances in place so we can take the next generation to the next level. Yeah. So what's going on? We have a lot of stuff happening in the real estate market right now, and a lot of people are concerned. A lot of people are worried. A lot of people are overthinking. Why? I don't know. Nothing much of change in my world. Have anything changed in your world? And if anything has changed, why are you not making the adjustment to accommodate those changes? Okay. Now, one of the biggest news going on right now is not high, a lower interest rate. Everyone is talking about lower interest rate. The government of Bank of Canada has a lower interest rate, 0.25%, and everyone's getting excited over that. I'm thinking, nothing much has changed. He says, what do you mean, Frank? Nothing much have changed. So 0.25% is good. It's a good incentive for some buyers. It's also a good incentive for some people who have an existing mortgage and they're looking at existing variable rate mortgage. You can affect them a little bit, but nothing much really is going to change. I think the market is beyond 0.25% interest rate. The consumer already know to deal with the current interest rate we have before the 0.25%. So the other factor we have is lower price point. Based on the market sentiment over the past year plus, the market has dropped in many places. So we have a lower price point. We have lower interest rate. And then we have the consumer that's not performing in the real estate space as much as they should. So sales are slow. There is longer days on the market. The constant carrot and the stick dangling about the tariff policies, which potentially or what potentially affecting the Canadian real estate economy or Canadian economy in general. And all these things is going on right now in the world, the financial world. Stock market is doing okay for some, bad for others, like everything else. So people asking me, Frank, what's really going on? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we trying to do? One second, let me the stuff here. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I didn't release that stuff. Yeah. Anyways, what are we really doing? What are we really what are we really doing in the real estate space? What's really going on? Prices are low, interest rate is low, and the consumer is not performing as much as they should. Well, I remember this same situation happening in 2007, 2008, when I was selling properties down in the United States, transitioning to Canada, and you had the same thing going on. Consumers was not participating in mass numbers. Now, this market we have going on right now, this is not for the masses. It's not for the masses. Just let me go through this again, folks. The market we have right now is not for the masses. Okay? Not for the masses. So don't get confused. Okay? It's not for the masses. So the mass majority of people cannot, should not, will not perform in this market. It's pretty simple. Okay? The mass consumer should not, will not, and is not performing in this marketplace. It's not for them. Okay? This is for the top 1%. Very clear and simple. This market right now is for the top 1%. So despite all the opportunities available, many people will not benefit from this opportunity right now. I'm not going to fluff you and give it to you straight if you want it straight. Listen to me carefully. There's lots pre-construction having issues right now. Sales are slow. Builders are giving a lot of incentives. The condo market, sales are slow, a lot of incentive. Assignment sale, a lot of incentives, right across the board. If you're talking to a professional realtor, he or she going to tell you all the opportunities available for you today, every single one of them. Okay? Now, most people don't even care what the opportunity was going on right now because they're too busy trying to battle their own personal situation, their own personal limitation. But the masses cannot, will not, and should not participate in this market because they wouldn't benefit from it. Very clear. Now, it hasn't been more perfect than right now. You have low interest rate and now lower interest rate as of Wednesday. You have property values are down 20 up to 30% in some areas. You have flexibility from the seller willing to negotiate the price to sell the property, even lower prices. You have flexibility from the builders who's willing to give you lesser price, also sometimes more incentive to buy the properties from them. So tell me, isn't that what we call affordable real estate? Yeah, you're asking for affordable real estate. Here is an affordable real estate market. And I tell you this all the time. You don't want affordability. Because when affordability comes into place, is one group of people win. The top 1%. That's what it is. When the market gets situated for the masses to benefit, the masses do not perform. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now. You have to say, I can't, my daughter wanted him to buy a property and my son wanted to buy a property because the prices is too high and interest rate is too high and the market has adjusted itself based on your cry and complaints. We have interest rate being low. We have property price being 10, 15, 20 up to 30% below market value as of 2022. And we have all the incentives being given to the buyers right now to get involved in the real estate space and buy real estate. And what's happening? The masses cannot, will not, and should not participate. Why? It's too good to be true. Way too good to be true. Okay, all the incentives are right in front of you, and people are not participating. And they cannot participate. And they should not participate. And here's why they shouldn't, folks. This market is ready for the people who understand real estate. It's for the people who spend years educating themselves on the real estate journey. People who spend years dedicating themselves on the real estate process. People who spend decades educating themselves financially to understand that when everyone is running, that's when you should be running to. When everyone is running from, that's when you should be running to. When everyone is scared, that's when you should become bold. This market is for that small group of people. And what that is the top 1%. You ask for low interest rate, you get it. You ask for low price point, you get it. And now there's a different excuse now. Now, let me tell you where the market needs to move forward. You ready for this? Young and Rich University, where we educate people on a step-by-step process, how to invest in real estate and change your financial situation. My name is Frank Corbin. We're talking about the lower interest rate situation. We're talking about the lower price situation. We're talking about what the consumer need to participate, what they need to invest in to get their finances to the next level. I'm the broker of record of Remick Realty. I'm bringing decades of experience with a modern outlook. This is not the old concept that your grandfather, your granduncle, and all these people teach you about real estate. And the most of them retire broke and retire without any money in their pocket. They never create generational wealth. They never did none of those things. And so that's what we bring, a new vision, a new view to this market space. And I think it's very important that people understand what's going on. We spend years upon years educating ourselves, also educating our community, educating our clientele, and let them understand what the real estate journey is about. This is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not an overnight success. If anyone knows me, you've been working with me for 10 plus years. Why? And the message is the same. We buy based on affordability. We buy based on the property ability to carry itself. We buy sometime on market momentum. We buy sometime on builders incentives. We buy for different reasons. And every reason why we buy have its plus and minuses. And we understand that from an educated investor, what exactly we're going to benefit or potential loss. But now we have a unique situation. We have lower interest rate. We have a lower price point. We have longer days on the market. We have a whole bunch of incentive being offered by sellers, whole bunch of incentive offered by builders. And yet the masses consumers not participating in this market. And the masses consumers cannot participate in this market because this is not the market for them. This market is for the top 1%, folks. The people who understand that real estate is a financial journey, it's a financial vehicle to take your family finances to the next level. The people who truly understand that this market is for us. So let me tell you this, folks, what the market is missing. The market is missing consumers' confidence. That's what it is. Don't tell me about interest rate. Don't tell me about price point. Both is in your favor right now. Don't tell me about the incentives. All the incentives are there. What the market is lacking, consumers' confidence, investors' confidence, investors who understand real estate, investors who understand finances, know very clear when the masses is not performing. That's when you need to step up your game. When the masses see when the masses see the profile of the program and they start running away, you need to run too. Where they're running from, you run too. So here's the question is, are you one of the consumers that has confidence? Are you one of the investor that has confidence? Are you one of those people? Or are you going to stay on the sideline like everyone else? I remember in 2008 when the market was going crazy, and that time I'm working in the great Atlanta market, and I call up all my investors from New York City and say, listen, guys, market is down 56 to 70% in some places. Let's start buying real estate. And people start buying up properties. Within 24 months, the market moved positive. A lot of people make money. I'm predicting the same thing right now. The consumer is not performing in this market. We need the investors to come out and start investing all over again. Remember, we're the one that started this process 10 plus years ago. And the investors are the one who started putting their money at real estate first before anyone that started doing it. Why? The investors had confidence in the market. The consumers had confidence in the market. So this would the same thing need to happen again. If you have a home, you have equity, take some equity out. Call me. I have a full team. We help you get the money out. Buy a second and a third property. It's never been better like it is right now. Buy a second and a third property. That's what you need to start doing. Okay? Buy more properties. Buy affordable real estate. There's a lot of properties in the market that's affordable right now. The consumer need to start participating all over again. This is the easiest money you're ever going to make. Now, you're not going to buy a property and all of a sudden jump up in value in 2 days and 3 days. Let's get it right. We deal with an educated group of people, the top 1%. You're going to buy a property, you're going to hang on for 2 to 3 years. You can get 20, 30%, maybe 40% potential on your money. And when the consumers come on board and start participating, your property value can double. You ready for this, folks? Again, we're speculating. This is not guaranteed, but this is my speculation based on the market I've seen in the past and what I think is going to happen now. You buy a property right now, in the next 2 to 3 years, you can see 20-30% on top of your money. Your property value can go up 20-30% because the market stabilizes itself. Then the mass is going to get on board because they feel more comfortable now. Because masses like to be cozy. They come going to drive the price up. Another year or two gone by, past that, you just double the property value purchased today. The easiest money you have to make. Okay? Now, that's my prediction. Can they go that way? Sure it can. Can they not go that way as well? Go the opposite way? Sure. The market can potentially go down some more. But based on what's going on right now, I can pretty sure the government not going to let that happen. We have a lot of things in place to stimulate the market. Listen to me, Canada, we have some of the smartest people that run this country financially, despite what other people are talking about, a lot of people thinking about. And when you hear politicians making fun of each other, all kind of stuff, that's political jargon. They have to do that. That's their job. But understand the core financial aspect of this country is run by some of the smartest people in the world. Now we have the guy that saved the economy in 2008. He's now prime minister of the country. Okay, so tell me, he wouldn't hire a smart team to replace his job that he did in 2008. Of course, some of the brilliant people who are in this country, always been. Okay, so I'm always confident in the Canadian economy. I'm always confident in investing in Canada. I'm also in the United States, the same thing. I just got to pick my spot in the US, but I'm always confident in putting my money in Canada real estate or Canada's economy because I've always seen return over the years. No, does it come back real fast? No. Sometimes it comes back real fast. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. So this is looking for consumers' confidence, folks. If you're an investor, if you got equity in your home, call me, 1-888-88-REMIC. Pretty simple, 1-888-88-REMIC. I'm going to sit with you, with my mortgage brokers, and we can try to get money out your house. If you don't have cash set up, we get money out your retirement, RSP, RESP, all that kind of stuff. You take the money out, put it into the number one sector to invest in right now is real estate. The market is down, and you're going to make a lot of money investing in real estate because you're leveraging compared to many other things you can invest in. You're leveraging the bank loans, you're leveraging the property value, and the market is going to go up over the next 3 years. Consumers' confidence, that's what we like in. Consumers' confidence. If you got consumers' confidence, contact me. You have investors' confidence, contact me, and let's take it to the next level. You know, again, in 2008, I remember very clear, everyone's scared, run away. People run and leave their property like crazy. That's what they were doing. And I sit back and I watch the market and see people behavior, and I tell my investors, this is what we're going to be doing. We're moving forward and we're buying real estate. And then I brought some of them over to Canada to invest in the Canadian economy, which is doing well at the time. And the investor, they did very well as well. And every time there's a market crunch and people run scared, I become more bold. I'm not going anywhere. Why? This is the time to invest when everybody is scared and running away and sitting on the sideline and holding the little pennies in the pockets. Put your money to blows, put it to expose. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. But you can't be sitting on the sideline for too long. Contact me, 1-888-88-REMIC. I'm going to sit with you one-on-one, and we can create a strategy how we can get a real estate portfolio for you. Consumer confidence is what we're lacking in the market. The consumer, the investor's confident. You need to start believing in the policies we have in this country, believing in the things and the people we have in this country that help change things to the next level. Again, 1-888-88-REMIC. Yeah. My name is Frank Corbin, broker of record of Remic Realty. See your success. See you then.